What's up, folks? What's going on this? Well, if you're in the South or anywhere up north, it's probably dreary. What's good? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Special noontime edition as we kick it. What's going on? See, I got my folks up in the room. Check out my attendees. Andrea. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Tanya. Tanya. Is that Tanya or Tanya? Hey, Margot. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Got Lonnie up in the house. Got Tosh up in the house. What's good? Hello, everybody. Got Tosh up in here. Let me just put hey. Hey, Lonnie. We got Lonnie. We got Tosh up in here. Okay, let me give y'all something good. Let me give you something to think about. Okay. Now, everybody wants different things. Everybody is aspiring for different things. New year, everybody's kind of amped about right now about the new year, starting over, starting fresh, or, if you had a good last year, people are pretty much continuing the momentum from last year onto this year. But this is what I want to let everybody know, no matter if you're this close to the goal or that close to the goal, always remember, doing what you want to do won't get it done. And see, that's why we fall short so many times with stuff, because at the end of the day, a lot of times our ego and what we want will always get in the way. You will hear me say so many times, do what's required. Now, doing what's required isn't based off your feelings. It's not based upon your now situation. It's doing what you know you need to do, not based upon your feelings. And see, your feelings will get you in trouble. I had a situation where on the platinum page, on the new platinum page, I had a lady say, you know what, today is my first day, and you know what, I know today is supposed to be fast today, but I'll do that tomorrow. I sent her a little message. I said, if you're gonna be on my page, you ain't gonna be doing what you want to do, or you ain't gonna be here. If you've known me for a long time, you'll know that's how I am. I'm not the type of person who will just accept average. I don't believe in mediocrity. I believe in, I have a system, I have a blueprint that has been proven for almost 20 years, and everybody from people in your hood to Hollywood have had phenomenal success with the system, that I have in place for people in order for them to succeed. So that means that at some point, you're going to have to let a piece of yourself die. There's going to have, anytime you're trying to grow into a bigger and a better person, there's always going to be an element of self that has to die in order for you to live. And it could be that ego. It could be the feeling of getting out of your feelings. Because again, your feelings will fail you. I don't feel like doing this today, so I'll do it tomorrow. No, tomorrow never comes. Again, success isn't based off of feelings. It's based, and it rewards people who are disciplined enough to do what's required. Again, in order to live, you got to let something die. And that's why, and this is going to be, and that's probably a definitive statement within itself, because again, in order for you to get to your better self, again, you got to let that old self die. You got to let those old habits die. You got to let those old people die in order for you to live and grow into the person you supposed to be. You got to let those excuses die. Those old lies that you tell to yourself, Again, one of the greatest things I've ever read was anytime you hear somebody say, they have a statement and it goes up to the word but, it's like, I would do this, but they always say after the word but is the lie that they tell themselves. I would do this, but I don't have the money. I would do this, but I don't have the time. Anytime you hear the word but, whatever immediately follows the word but is the lie that they bought into. It's the lie that they believe. So, with that being said, let some stuff go. Let it die. Cut it loose. Again, if things in your life or certain mindsets have not produced certain results in your life, you have to be honest with yourself and be like, you know what? I got to let this go because this is not producing anything for me. I've got to let it go. I always remember, if something, even, and I'm talking about you, I'm not talking about the people around you. If there's a quality about you that doesn't add anything to you, but it subtracts from your life, if it doesn't multiply you in some kind of way and it divides you up, if nothing helps you to expand or to get bigger, you got to honestly look at yourself and be like, okay, this is my fault. You always hear me talk about ownership. You always hear me talk about it. I'm one of those type of people to where, honestly, if I mess up, I messed up. I'm sorry. I apologize. I used to didn't be that way. I used to be one of those people to where even when I'm wrong, I'm right. But you have to honestly take a look at yourself and be like, okay, these are and I want you to put this thing on the post too. What are the top 1 or 2 or 3 things you need to let die in order for you to get to the next level? As I'm talking about this, put that on the post for me. What things do you need to relinquish? What things do you need to let die in order for you to get to that next level? This is going to require a whole bunch of honesty from you. Be honest. What is standing in your way? What are you using to blessing block you? That's the question. So I'm going to leave that up for you to post. But again, doing what you want to do ain't going to get you where you want to be. Again, sometimes you have to surrender yourself and understand areas of your life. And it took me a while to learn this too, because I used to be one of those dudes to where I had no weaknesses until I got honest with myself. Okay. Sometimes having a business or businesses will keep you honest, because sometimes you have to say, you know what? I'm strong in this area, but I'm really, really weak in this area. Okay. So that's when you say, you know what? I need to get somebody who's strong in this area to help me out. Again, a lot of y'all have followed me or either joined me on the assembly line to find, because you've recognized I'm not good at weight loss. I suck at weight loss. I've tried this with everybody else. And you, Mr. Crooks, you can help me. See, it's that kind of honesty that will allow you to grow. But if you always think that you're the answer and nobody can help you but you'll always be in trouble. Again, you always have to be able to relinquish certain things, certain qualities, even certain things in your personality that has prevented you from getting to the next level. Okay? Doing what you want to do will not get it done. Again, sometimes all you have to do is just follow directions. It's kind of like, and I had to learn this the hard way too. over the Christmas break, I was trying to put some stuff together for my nephew. And I'm the type of person, again, if you know me pretty good, I'm not going to read the directions. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to figure it out on my own. Okay. But I always end up getting in trouble, because at the end of the day, all I had to do was follow the directions, and I wouldn't have had to waste time and energy and effort when all I had to do was just say, you know what, let me read this. Somebody has already worked on this before, so let me go ahead and just read and work this thing out. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do today. Follow directions. for the people that's trying to help you, who have already given you the blueprint of their lives and the blueprint of success. Follow. It's really that simple. That's why I love reading autobiographies, because they pretty much tell you how they made it. They tell you in a book, this is how I made it. You read it and it stops you from making mistakes. It allows you to basically have a shortcut in life by reading through how they messed up. It's following their directions to their success. That's why I always say, make sure you have a person or a mentor that you can study, because they save you time. No, they don't have to necessarily be in front of you, but if they have a book or an audio book, or if they're on YouTube or on Instagram and you can just follow, you can pick up some stuff. Because again, as Tony Robbins would say, success leaves clues. So, follow. That's all you have to do. Follow. I'm reading your comments about what are some things that's stopping you from greatness. Andrea, yeah, let's see. Self-control. Kenya says self-control. Let me tell you how I help with self-control. First of all, self-control. Self-control requires you to be extremely honest with you. Where am I weak at? Okay, once you understand the areas where you're weak, then it's kind of like, then you plan around your areas of weakness. It's kind of like if you have this ice cream thing going on. And I'll show you how to work all of this, right? Okay, so it's kind of like this. If you have an ice cream issue, don't put ice cream in the house. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you have a drinking problem, don't keep liquor in the house. If you have a sexual addiction, don't go to the strip club. How about that? So you have to understand your areas of weakness, and then you have to keep yourself out of those spots. It's that simple. If you have a self-control issue, the things that you're having the things that you're having issues with, stay away from. Keep it away from you. Avoid it. Don't flow to it. Keep it away from you. Because again, if certain things are not in the house that's preventing you from losing weight, if it's not there, it takes a whole lot of effort just to run down to the store just to get one item. Most of you won't do it, but if it's already in the house and you done froze it up, guess what? You're going to mess up, and then you're going to be like, oh, I have no self-control. No, you just playing horribly. See what I'm saying? So stay away. Stay away. Just stay away. Let me see what else. Procrastination. Lonnie says procrastination. Let me give you something on procrastination. You got to change how you view procrastination. What if I told you the things that you procrastinate on and with are the things that can basically open up your blessing? See, if you look at it that way, then you'll change how you view your stuff versus, I don't feel like doing that today. I'll do that tomorrow. But again, what if the things that you're putting off are the things that can bless you with the things you've always been praying for? Please bless me with this. Please give me this, Lord. And the Lord is like, okay, the things that you've been putting off is part of this deal. So if you can learn how to go ahead and dominate and defeat this, now I'm going to give you something bigger. But I'm not going to change my answer. And that's how a lot of y'all pray. Y'all will pray for stuff all day and all night long, and then God will give you the answer and even show you stuff that you need to do. But you like, no, I don't like that. Let me choose B. There ain't no B. There ain't no C. It's gonna be A until you do it. And then once you do it, then you get what you've been praying for. See, that's why it's so important how you change your perspective on how you look at things. So if you have a procrastination issue, look at it as, I can't delay my stuff no more. Because again, I don't care how hard you pray, don't do nothing. and nothing will happen. That's the beautiful thing about God. God requires you to do stuff. Again, it's kind of like this. You can pray all day. You can pray all day long, but at the end of the day, faith without works is what? Dead. So again, you can petition and you can ask all day long, but again, until you do something, ain't nothing gonna happen. So it's kind of like your work is actually your corresponding action, which will boom free your stuff up. But you can't have stuff freed up if you are always putting stuff off, and that's real. So with that being said, you got work to do. But again, it goes back to being disciplined, and it goes back to being obedient. So really, really work on that aspect of your life so you can have that full life that you've always dreamed of. Because again, doing what you want to do, it ain't gonna get it done. You got to do what's required in order to get what you want. So really, really, really focus on that. Do what's necessary, even if it makes you uncomfortable. The things that make you uncomfortable later on down the line will ensure that you're comfortable. So right now, you got to be uncomfortable. You got to be, sometimes you have to be taken out of your comfort zone to be feeling a certain way. That's part of the process. Trust the process, but know that at the end of the process, you get rewarded for hanging in there and excelling. The faster you can get past all of that stuff that you've been procrastinating on and putting off, the faster you get to your blessing. So really, really work on that. Change your perspective on that. So that's what's up. So love y'all. I'm gonna knock out your homework because again, never put off being fine. That's the beautiful thing about this program. Never put off being fine. Never procrastinate on being fine. So make sure you get that work. You get that work in. You do, what's necessary to get that sexy and finer body. Again, the homework is up. Knock it out as soon as possible so we can move to the next phase of praise, baby. So be good. Love y'all. I'm gone.